あらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあらあ あらあらあらまあ
Hey guys, welcome back to Subscribes, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile on my new Nectar standard deck, Cecilia's Big Ara Ara. Alright, so a little insight on new Nectar here. They're basically a clan that focuses on superior calling plant tokens, and they reserve your hand by doing that, and well yeah, they power up the plant tokens, or since this is a Cecilia build, um, they call from the deck and power up the front row. So yeah. So let's get started on some grade zeros first, because I always like starting with grade zeros. So it's your normal stat for the 4 draw PGs made in a Blossom Rain. So yeah, 4 draw PGs, 4 copies of Daniel for the crits, 4 copies of Chestnut Bullets, and 4 copies of your heal triggers, of course. Pretty basic. Nothing much to get in there. Alright. Next, you run your 2 copies of Corolla Dragon. Now, Corolla Dragon is an extremely good card. Why? You always superior call every single turn. So, this powers up constantly every single turn. Nothing more, nothing less. Basic common, but always gets 3k every time you use Cecilia's skill, which is superior call from the top 5 cards of your deck. So, yay! Basically, you're giving Corolla Dragon additional 6k always. Wait. 6k if you superior call 2, but mainly 9k additional. Wait, yeah, 9k. You always get an extra 9k due to Cecilia's superior calling. So, yeah. Next, you run 4 copies of Fruit Basket Elf. So, why? Her skill is Soul Blast 1 and superior and call 2 plant tokens to rear guard. And if your Vanguard is a grade 3, plus 5,000 to those plant tokens. Now, what's good about this is it actually triggers Corolla Dragon skill. Whereas, if there's a Corolla Dragon here, and you call here, and for example, this is the back row, she uses her skill to Soul Blast 1 and retire herself. Spirit call 2 new plant tokens to rear guard in the back row. And plus 6k to Corolla. It's pretty simple, but a really good skill. And you can easy grade 1 rush with this deck. So yeah. 4 copies of Fruit Basket Elf. It's a really good card. I run 4 because it's not a bad first ride, but I want to superior call as much plant tokens as I can. So yeah. Next, I run 3 copies of Lily of the Valley Musketeer, Rebecca. Now, what does Rebecca do? Well, it's simple, I may ask. When she's placed on rear guard, plus 5k to grade 1 or less unit. Just until the end of turn, usual stuff. And here's the good part. If you Soul Blast 1, you can retire a plant token and return this card to your hand. Now, this is good when fighting Nubatama, because everyone knows how annoying Nubatama is, returning rear guards to the hand and making you discard. And well, this new Nectar, we don't have it's usually cards from Gift Zone or wherever you put your plant tokens in. It's kind of annoying, if I may add, to always need to bounce something that doesn't even go to your hand, and then you're forced to discard. Yeah, but this prevents that. And at the same time, you're building up hand, so it's good. You don't have to think about offense or defense. If you have this card, easy. So just run 3 copies because you don't want too much of her in the deck, but you also want a consistent number. So you're always, good on resources. Next, your first ride, and I quote, this should be your first ride. 4 copies of Dandelion Musketeer Mirka. Now, why is Mirka so good? Because she's the one who always calls the plant token first. When placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, Soul Blast 1, call 1 plant token in the same column as this unit. So you already have an instant booster. So, yeah. If for some reason your opponent will guard on, first attack, God knows why, I don't know. Some people have strategies. But still, if they will guard, they'll have a little more of a hard time guarding because this will swing for 16k already. So yeah, because when a unit is I forgot to explain the second skill. When a unit is placed in the same column as her, she gets an additional 3,000 power, and this is stackable. So you can keep calling units in the same column as her to gain additional 3k. So yeah, that's your grade 1 lineup. 4 copies of Mirka, 3 copies of Rebecca, 4 copies of Root Basket Elf, and 2 copies of your MVP Corolla Dragon. Now, here's one thing I forgot to explain. Corolla Dragon might only run 2 copies if she's so important. Well, I'm glad you asked. Because you don't want her as your first ride. I have bricked a large amount of times, and this is the only card I have to ride. The match went horrible, alright? The match went horrible when I had to ride this, and I had no other choice. So, I run 2 of it. So, to be safe, I run 2 Corollas, so I won't have her as my first ride, but there's a chance that she'll also go to my hand, since Cecilia filters out the deck by Spear Calling. So, yeah. Oops. Alright, next up, Grade 2s. So first, you run 2 copies of Spiritual Tree Sage Irminsul. Now, what does he do? When he's placed on rear guard, and you have 2 or more grade 0 units, all units in his column get plus 5k for the cost of a counterblast, and hang on, let me focus the camera a bit. There we go. All units in his column get plus 5k, and you draw 1 card. So you grade 2 rush your opponent without depleting your hand source that much. Next, 2 copies of Lily of the Valley Musketeer Kaivan. Now his skill is simple. When he's placed on rear guard, plus 5k for each grade 0 rear guard you have. So, plant tokens, they're basically tokens from our power-ups. But yeah, no joke, plant tokens help power up Kaivan, which sometimes is my finisher. So yeah, I'll show you a little combo on how to use Kaivan when you're in grade 2. Alright? I only run 2 Kaivans because I don't want him as a ride. I prefer having him as on call, and seeing how Cecilia filters the deck so well, it shouldn't be much of a problem getting it. Alright. Now the next card, I just want you guys to try to get this since it's not really that easy to find. Or I don't know, you might have some connections or something, or it's just me. 3 copies of Sonic Guardian's Guide. Now, what does she do? She basically duplicates the amount of plant tokens you have. So if you have 2 plant tokens on field, and you can't really call much, call Sonic Guardian's Guide or ride her in a as a vanguard. Ride her as a vanguard. For people with a dirty mind out there, stop. Ride her as a vanguard, and if you do, you duplicate the amount of plant tokens you have. So if you have 2, call 2 more. Basically, you're filling out your entire rear guard. So yeah, that's good. I only run 3 copies of her because consistency, and I don't really want her so much on the field. Well, not really, but I needed to make space for others. So yeah, 3 was actually pretty plenty. Alright, and now we're going here to your second ride, which is 4 copies of Fancy Musketeer Sylvia. Now, her ability is on place on Vanguard or Rear Guard, and also for Sonic Guardians Guide, on place also on Vanguard or Rear Guard. So yeah, that's good. So on place Vanguard or Rear Guard, call one more plant token. So simple, yet extremely effective to get more plant tokens to the Rear Guard to, well, trigger this skill, or, well, trigger any of these skills, to be honest. Either Earman, Soul, Kaivan, or Sonic Gardens. A skill will trigger it because Sylvia just made more plant tokens for you to plant. So, yay! Alright, that's the great tools, guys. Also, this can fuel this. Ooh, yeah, there you have no idea how many times this can fuel this. It was great to use, but annoying to fight against, so yeah. Alright, next we go to the grade 3 lineup. Now, we go to your first ride. Now, I only run 2 of this, and I will give you one reason why there should only be 2 of this. 2 copies of Maiden of Trailing Rose. Now, her skill is, when placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, call a plant token. But if you place her on Vanguard, then you can call 2 instead of 1. So yeah. And her skill on Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, 3 plant tokens gets plus 5k. And the reason this is the first ride, you can call more units and at the same time power them up without, costing much of your hand. So yeah, that's good. So the reason why I only run 2, because I want to make room for this unit. 3 copies of Exploding Tomato. The reason why I run 3 is because he retires himself at the end of the battle. Yeah. Anyway, Exploding Tomato skill. Once per turn, retire 2 plant tokens and draw a card, and this unit gets plus 10,000 power. His ability activates on Vanguard or Rear Guard, but I usually call him on Rear Guard because, yeah, it's actually pretty handy to recycle plant tokens he retires. So yeah. And as I said before, Corolla Dragon exists. Yeah. Corolla Dragon. Pushy, please do not restrict Corolla Dragon, I beg of you. And I know that she's not on your watch list. I know. Don't worry. Anyway, I hope. But anyway, Exploding Tomato, you don't want this as your first ride, but if you have no choice, go ahead. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good support unit for support grade 3 unit. So yeah. Yeah. Alright. So run 2 of these and 3 of these. Alright? Just run 2, run 3. So that's basically consistency right there. And basically, your main unit right here. Wow, I switched fast. But anyway, here's your main unit. White Lily Musketeer Cecilia. 4 copies of White Lily Musketeer Cecilia. Yes, that's right. 4 copies of the VR. Yes, 4 copies of the VR. Now, Cecilia is basically one of, in my opinion, the best unit in Neo Nectar so far in standard. In my opinion, I'm not saying, I'm pretty sure that there are better, but to me, this is the best. Alright, so her skill is Counter Blast 1 and retire one of your rear guards. If you do, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and Superior Call 1, oh wait, and I meant Superior Call 2 of them to rear guard. But if you have a grade 3 in Soul, Superior Call 3 instead of 2, and your 3 units in your front row get plus 10k power. So yeah. Oh goody, more fuel! Jesus Christ, I should not do that voice ever again. But yeah. Cecilia basically powers up your front row while reserving your hand so you don't have to call. and at the same time gives more destruction by using Corolla Dragon. Basically, it's new Nectar. It's a force deck. They're very well balanced, but this one is very consistent. I see why Rekka likes this clan. I know why I do, because I like Tokoha. Yes, that's right. Tokoha is best girl. Fight me! I'm just kidding, don't. But yeah, um, 4 copies of Cecilia. It's a really good card because this is your second ride. I say to God, second ride this, second ride. You need a grade 3 in soul, guys. Right? Second ride this, grade 3 in soul. So, am I making sense here? I'm making sense here. Good. Alright. So, let me teach you a little something here. Alright. So, basically, if you write, this is your starting, right? So, basically, here's what I do. Write this, draw one, soul blast that, and I already have one plant token on rear guard. Immediately there. I already have a plant token. Or, if I'm going second, I don't use your skill. I ride, call here, then call here, using her skill. I retire her, soul blast, then I superior call 2 plant tokens to rear guard. Here and here. This way, I have a solid 2-column formation already. Yay! Yay! And this already gets +6, so that's already hard to guard on the first turn. So yeah. Do not mind my cameraman that's snickering in the background. Jesus! What do I pay you people for? Wait, I don't pay you. I'm just kidding. He's not my cameraman. He's just a background audience. Anyway, yeah. After I write that, and I have this, and why did I clean this up? And I have these. I proceed to write to this. So, or this, doesn't matter. But just write this, because that's better. But sometimes it's better to write this. Alright, so let me give you 2 scenarios right here. If you write this, superior call 2, you have full field, this gets plus 6k. Or write this, have that, this gets plus 3k. And call a back row or something. I don't know. Your choice, man. Or bet on trigger or something. But yeah. But if this is your situation right here, write this. It's a lot better. But Sylvia is actually the best second ride ever. In my opinion, though. I don't know about you guys. But sometimes it counts for different measures, okay? Right, so after that, I write to training rows. Alright, training rows. Then, actually, yeah, it's really good to write Sylvia first. So, you have an open row. Or, yeah, open slot in front row. So, basically, remove 2 plant tokens and just call new ones to trigger this skill again. Basically, you're powering up each turn. Then call this. Using the skill, retire them. Then attack. This is now 23k or 33 for using Force 1. But if you're using Force 2, which is not out yet at this current moment, this is now 23k with a critical. So yeah. Yeah! If you want to, you can Soul Blast 1 and, just give the plant token an extra 5k just to make it a deadly grade 0, so why not? Alright, if you want that to happen. And Exploding Tomato's second skill is actually pretty useful in this scenario, okay? So, after he attacks, you can superior call 2 more plant tokens to add 6k power to Corolla. So that's pretty good. Alright. So, for example, it's your turn again. Write to Cecilia. That's when you write to Cecilia, people. Again, another imaginary gift. Always put it on the rear guard. The vanguard is fine. It's basically giving it a force with its own skill. Just give it to the rear guards. Just give it to the rear guards. Just give the 10k to the rear guards. If you're using force 2, just give it to your entire front row. Alright? So, just superior call, just bam. Just, I don't know, bam, just that. Or here. Now, here's a little tip. Here's like a really important tip right here. Never call Corolla Dragon and Exploding Tomato in the same column. Seriously, don't. It might seem like a good idea with a 23k booster. Oh wait, yeah, a 23k attacker being boosted by something that powers up over time. But no, it's not. Have something that has a good amount of power, like, I don't know, a grade 2, get a grade 2 or a grade 3, like this in the front row, but never tomato, okay? Or do that if you have nothing else in hand, or to call. But yeah, this is basically what I do most of the time, and is to never, ever call this and this in the same column. Know why? Because when I attack with this, after I'm done retiring these two and gaining 10k, and I draw, and I attack with this, I can retire that and superior call these two. Bam! And yeah, you know, Sylvia's skill triggers, so yeah. Basically, after calling, just call over with the new plant token, give more power to Corolla. Yeah. Nectar is a super fun deck, guys, okay? I used this at Springfest. It was super fun. And I highlight the word super. Alright? So, Cecilia is an amazing card. It just depends on the player who uses it. So, you know, thinks of better strategies. But this is my strategy on how to win most of the time. But the reason why I sometimes lose is because my friends are literally gods in trigger hacking. I think they know who they are. They know who they are. They are watching this video. I know you're watching, man. I know you're watching. But yeah. I'm not calling out anyone. Just kidding. I'm not calling out anyone. But yeah. That's basically the deck profile for my Cecilia's Big Ara Ara. So, yeah, I guess that's it. So, guys, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the video if you like the deck profile and a little bit of the strategy there. So yeah, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So, thanks for watching.